Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. If it is your first time on this channel, welcome. Here we talk about all things finance, how you can be able to grow financially, how you can be able to increase your savings, how you can be able to increase your investment, diversify and grow financially, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the channel. If it is your first time, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking and leaving a comment. Let me know what you think, what you desire that we may speak about and what you need clarity on. So today we're going to speak about a deep subject, very deep in my heart, and I think also too for you. And today we're going to talk about those financial conversations that you need to speak to with your girlfriend or the person that you are engaged to, with your fiancé. And here we're going to talk about things that you need to talk about from the get-go, because indeed it become one of the biggest problems with marriage these days is because of finances. And so it is best that you're able to debunk this subject together with your significant other and are able to talk about it freely from the beginning, because if you do not start the foundation with these financial conversations, it becomes very difficult, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to speak about these things in marriage. And then you add children and in-laws and other things, that becomes complicated. So it is important to speak about several things. So one of the things that you need to speak about is income. Yes, income. It is good to speak about income. Let them know what you make. Let them know how you make what you make. Let them know how long you work. Let them know the effort that it takes to be able to generate a certain level of income. Let them know how much income you make. Are you paid monthly? Are you paid weekly? Are you paid bonuses? Are you paid how much? Get them to know. Open that floodgate and let them see just exactly what they are looking into. You will be able to know how much, so much from a person by how much they disclose and how they go about the whole topic. It is difficult at first, but if you are going to be vulnerable, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought telling somebody your finances is vulnerable, get into marriage and you will realize there are so many more vulnerable topics and vulnerable situations that money will look like nothing. So talk about income, both of you. Disclose everything. This is my income, so that they are able to know the expectations that they need to have. Again, if they have a big expectation over you, it is good that you're able to speak about these things so that they may have an expectation that is actually realistic. So it is important that you speak about incomes and all forms of incomes: passive income, real income, employment income, all types of income. Whether you are supported by your parents, whether you are supported by guardians and all those things. Speak about all these things, because indeed it is one of those conversations you must have. So the next thing you need to speak about is debt. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have debt, if you have credit card debt, if you have Shylocks that are on your neck and looking around and looking for you, let your significant other not be surprised by the phone calls that you receive threatening you. Tell them your debt situation. Tell them how much you owe. Tell them how you got there. Let them understand how the situation came about. It is important that you speak about these things before you enter the commitment of marriage. And unless you speak about these things, it will not be a good foundation to start marriage. So speak about debt and be very real with each other, because indeed no one goes through life without debt. But let them know the kind of debt situation that you are in. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these people are coming to help your life become easier and better. And they need to know what they're indeed going to look forward to. So speak about debt. The other thing that you need to speak about is investments. Of course, my school of thought is, if you're going to be in a relationship with anyone, then you need to disclose even your investments and your savings. What have you put aside for a rainy day? What have you invested in? Do you have a piece of land? Do you have a property somewhere? Do you have a certain investments? Do you have shares? It is important to speak about the investments and speak about everything in totality. If you do not have any savings and investments, do not be ashamed. Still tell them, I have not yet started the journey of making savings and investments. So speak about investments and your view on investments and where you are investments. It's good to speak about it so that you can be able to have synergy as you come together. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is a partnership. So when you come together and you're able to gather your thoughts around everything and anything, you're able to create synergy. So if one person has land land, the other person might have shares, so that you can also be able to diversify as you come together and forming a union of marriage and family. So the other thing that you need to speak about is your financial plan. What are you planning financially? What is your desire in terms of financial growth? Are you looking at increasing your investments? Are you looking at diversifying? Are you looking at entering into new markets? Speak about these things. Again, the reason you allow your spouse to be able to get into this is so that they may be able to help you. Remember, they are your helper, whether it is a lady or a gentleman or whatever. They are there to help you. Remember that you might not see a pothole coming, but your significant other will be able to see a difficulty coming and will be able to tell you, oh, there is a difficulty on the way as regards to this investment opportunity. They're also going to help you not to get too emotional or excited about an investment without really having a clear look at the investments that you're going to undertake. So it is important that you speak about the financial plans that you have. And again, it is important so that you know, are you going to head the same directions? One of the most difficult situations is when you have one spouse heading one direction financially and another one going one direction financially, where you have one person wants to invest, another one wants to spend. It is important that you speak about your financial plan. It is also important to have time frames and talk. Oh, I want to do this by this time. I plan to do this and this time. I plan to retire and whatnot at this time. I plan to have this amount of investments going. I plan to have my investments more in real estate or more in shares or more in this. Speak about the financial plans, ladies and gentlemen. The other thing that you need to speak about is dependence. Do you have any dependents? Do you need to support your parents? Do you need to support your brothers? Do you need to contribute school fees to others? Are you supporting orphans? Are you supporting various causes and missions and ministries? Are you supporting certain people around in your circles and your friends? You need to speak about these things. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is so that when there is an issue that comes along the way and you are unable to support, they could be able to chip in. But if you have not told them, you have not shared these things, they will never really be able to understand. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if the person that you're speaking to does not understand your financial well-being and your financial situation, at this point is where you need to know whether to stop what your proceedings as regards to your marriage plans and all these things, or to continue with them. Again, it is more important to break a relationship than to break a marriage. So it is indeed important that you speak about this dependence. It can be an emotional topic, but I would suggest if you are unable to do it to the two of you, you can involve a couple that you respect or people that you find that you admire their marriage, and speak freely about these things. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you marry, does not mean that your dependents disappear. In fact, they might even increase. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that you speak about these things. The other thing that you need to speak about is your financial habits. Speak about your financial habits. Are you a spender? Do you get excited about seeing new things coming or new gadgets? Do you get excited about buying things? Do you get excited about generating passive income? Speak about these things. Again, learn these habits. It is critical that you learn the kind of person that you have financially. What are their financial characteristics? And again, it is important that you know from the beginning, so that whatever your relationship is not based on feelings, but you do not know what you're getting into from the get-go. It is important to know, are they involved in gambling? It is important to know, are they involved in taking risky ventures? Are they too safe? Are they fearful when it comes to investing? Are they kind of the investors who only do government bonds? Because indeed, if you are much more ambitious, they might seem like they are slowing you down. Speak about these things. Speak about the financial habits. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is important that even as you speak about financial plans, that you speak about financial plans for your family. Again, ladies and gentlemen, when children come into the picture, even the spending changes. Because you might find there's one parent who wants to overspend. They want to overcompensate because of either their previous, how they grew up. Maybe they want to overcompensate by spending more and more because they believe that by spending more money and buying more toys and doing this, you actually make your children happy. It is important that you speak about these things so that they know how they're going to handle money when children come along the way. It is important that you speak about these things. Otherwise, you will not be going the same directions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is estimated that 60% of the divorces that happen because of financial issues. People are not financially compatible. People have entered without disclosing debt, financial habits, and things like that. So before you enter that journey of marriage, it is important that you have these conversations and speak about these conversations with the truth and the seriousness that it needs. Speak up and be vulnerable. If you're going to allow somebody to come into your life and become your significant other and see them every day, you need to speak about these things. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I have been helpful. I hope that this vlog has helped you understand the things that you need to speak about. Because indeed, few speak about these things and many struggle about them. So don't be part of the statistics that struggle with financial issues in marriage, or worse, end up in divorce. So kindly subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like, and of course I will be releasing any fresh content as we go. So keep tuned and be subscribed, and enjoy 2021.